We are going to be doing something it's a little special live today because we're on Friday instead of just Thursday and Tuesdays, because something that someone was asking me about that I've been woefully been behind on due to extenuating circumstances, from the emergency move due to black mold and our trailer being stolen and a few other things. But I'm getting back on track, and I will be going over more than a few of the items that I'll be using in a giveaway of a bug out bag, which I have been creating. Now, I have given away bug out bags before in the past, and minor stuff and everything else. But
What's up?
pick that up. Take it to your room.
Okay.
Yeah. Upgrading.
Makes sense.
Okay. No, bud. The reason is that you've been wanting that one.
I have.
You're welcome. Hey, Wolfie, how you doing, brother? Now, I have been doing some upgrades since yesterday. I've been doing some additions and add-ons and stuff like that. So what you guys have seen a little briefly yesterday on my live is only a taste of what I have added on there. I've added at least 3 different items, as well as a few other items that I have swapped around. So if you guys, I'm going to wait till we get more than just 2 people up here before I can start on this. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, share this out, folks. Please, the more people we get involved in this, we're going to be doing well. This giveaway will be restricted to people who are within the continental U.S. due to the fact of the tariffs. I'm sorry to say. Also restricted to people who have been in my chat more than once and are been following me for more than a day. So last minute additions, I'm sorry to say, you'll probably be left out. But this giveaway will be taking place next month, sometime mid-month before Christmas. I will let you know when I'm going to be doing that, but I will let you guys know that it will be a different and a little bit more of an upgrade. Now, I could add some things, but I'm just going to give it a few extras that should be plenty for the basic starter kit for those people who do not have a bug out bag to start with, or you want to use to supplement what they already have. Now, I do have what I consider a decent backpack as a starter pack. It doesn't have to be perfectly huge, doesn't have to be tactical or whatever, because a bug out bag, in my opinion, is more than a use for end of world situations. Because I had to, the reason I'm trying to explain it this way is because I was talking to my sister once and I was telling her what I was doing, and she goes, "What's a bug out bag and what's it used for?" And then she made me think of a way to try to explain it to her in terms that she understood. And bug out bags are more than the end of the world situation needs, whether it be through a emergency fire evacuation, a tornado evacuation, things like that, or you have a bag with you and you get stuck somewhere you're not normally at. More than your just standard 72-hour kit. There is no food in this kit, mind you. That you're all on your own on figure out what you need to do with this, but there will be water. Ways you can carry water. There's going to be some coating. Most of the general C's that Dave Canterbury puts out. Now, I want to let you guys know that I have done some upgrades and then some additions since yesterday, because I just feel that it needs something else. I am not going to be putting anything super high end, but the thing is, that's okay. This is a starter kit to get people on the road to building their own kit, because this is not the all end to end all kits. This is just a basic kit to get your foot in the door, to get you started on the path to be ready for an emergency situation. And like I said, emergency situations does not mean end of world, EMPs, World War III, any of that. It could, like I said, it could be a standard everyday emergency. It could be even say, oh, your kid broke a leg, you got to run, go, that kind of thing. Stuff that you would not have available, but your kit's there, you grab it and go, you're good to go. Now, if anybody has any questions before I start showing these off, because I'm showing 4, and if you are here, please put a 1 in the chat for I know you're here. I know Wolfie's here. I know that Groundhog was here. I need to need who else is here. And make sure for those people who have not said anything in the chat yet, please put a 1 in the chat for I know that you're here. Like I said, I have done some upgrades. I have done some additions. Nothing fancy yet. I have not put in a water filter or anything like that. But I may have to add a few additional things here and there once I get to that point. The bag itself, I am going to empty it out and just have everything here down at my feet where you guys can't see it. And you will either use it or not use it. It's up to you, because what you have when you get to that point, it's all on you and not me, because I will do my best with what I've got. And some stuff you guys haven't seen, some stuff you have, who knows? You're going to have to wait and see. Now, is this going to be the end all of everything? Probably not. Hey, Dan, how you doing, brother? By the way, I still got your battle box tent. We just got to figure out a way to get it to you. Just saying. I got that sitting in my office right now. And this is not like the kits that you and I put together last year. Last year. So it's going to be a little different. Some better, some worse. But I'm emptying out everything out of here so I can just show you the bag, and we go from there. Because the bag is completely empty at the moment. There is nothing in it, just a simple black backpack, nothing, nondescript. It does have a waist bag. It does have load lifters, chest strap. It's just a one big pocket with an additional web. It's kind of hard to see. I apologize because the lighting sucks in here. Let's see if I can do it this way. Well, you can see a little bit here. That's not me. But that's the bag, nothing fancy. I picked that up brand new at the State Fair year and a half ago. And that's what everything's going to be going in. Hey, Woodsman, how you doing, brother? Keep an ear out? Okay, I do have my hearing aids in. I'm going to make sure that I have my Bluetooth shut off, which it is. I'm going to probably end up taking my hearing aids out because I don't want it interfering with my channel because it's been doing some weird wonky things. So give me a second here. For those people who know, for the last couple of days, Bluetooth has been messing up with my hearing aids. Hey, Wolfie, I'll get you right here. I heard you. There you are, brother.
Hey, Colan.
Okay, I've got some new additions to the kit that you didn't see yesterday when I was showing off those things, really rapid fire type stuff. I've got more than a few that you might be interested in. But The thing is, I don't know who's going to win. I've got an old school bingo roller, which I'll assign people numbers and letters and let the balls fly, and where they land is where they land. So yeah, I think it's better that way. That way no one stresses out, oh, I didn't, you had chosen who's going to win. I go, no, I'm not choosing anybody. The balls will land where they land. Hey, Magnus, Okay, or as they say from the Hunger Games, may the odds be ever be in your favor. I will quote every freaking movie I can think of, if I can, because it's just why not. But the bag I showed you guys yesterday, it is a little dark in here, so I'm sorry about the lighting. Let's see if I can get. Let me turn this one on here for temporarily, where you can probably see this bag better. It's black; it's hard to see. Actually, do I have my headlamp over here somewhere? Yeah, I do. This is my personal headlamp. This is not part of the giveaway. I'm not giving away my headlamp. I like my headlamp too much. This thing has been. Huh?
I don't blink.
Okay. You guys can see the bag better than because it is kind of dark. Because it is black. It's got two pouches on this side over here. Big pouch, big back pouch where you can put in. You get one of my stickers. That's for your water bladder. There is a water bladder junction here for you can have put one of those in your own. There is a pouch here, a little zipper pouch there. That is all there is on the inside. On the other side is one big long pouch, and there's another big pouch in the front. That is all basic to the point. Okay. No, Dan. You already know better. You already got the tent, so there's nothing for you to get. Especially after you found that kit in advance by coming in a day early. So, no, he and I and my son did a bug-out bag challenge at the flea market that I went to, that I've talked about in the past. And he showed up a day early and scouted the whole area. And he knew where the ready-made bug-out bag was at. And Ian still kicked his butt. Oh, Ian came clutch with a $6 bow fishing crossbow. And he found he found a bow and a bow fishing crossbow. And he still ended up with money left over of all his gear, which don't ask me how he did it. Guess who lost? Me.
Probably you.
I got my butt handed to me. Hey, how you doing there, Roscoe? Okay. Now, I'm going to start off with something simple. Okay. I showed off this simple Coghlan's ferrule rod. Is a little used, as you can see. But I am going to upgrade this. Yes, you're still getting this because it's got a decent striker. I like the style and everything else. And Coghlan's, in my opinion, make really good gear. But I am going to upgrade it with a 6-inch by 1/2 inch square ferrule rod. Yes, it does have a lanyard hole. I'm not sure you guys can see that right there.
Very good.
But this is going to be an addition to what we just, to the just this, and also along with the Coghlan's magnesium bar. These magnesium bars will last you pretty much forever. This one right here, even though it is old, this doesn't work as much anymore. But with the addition to the extra strikers, if you can't get fire going, I'm sorry, I don't know what to tell you. But that's your fire stuff right there. But that's not all. But wait, there's more. You'll probably hear that a lot. This was discussed because of something that Magnus said. He wants a fire steel set up. So guess what I added? I added a fire steel, a flint and a chert pieces, one of each, some char cloth, and this is, I believe, either jute or coconut husk. I can't remember which because it never specified when I bought it. But that is a really decent little striker, tested and everything else. It works really well. So that is, I believe, the contents of the fire portion of the bug out bag. Now, you're asking why isn't there a lighter involved? That's on you to figure out. Why don't you have a lighter? If you don't have a lighter already, I don't know what to tell you. Feel free to comment, Wolfie.
Yeah. And guys, I will be completely honest. If you're going to get a lighter, get a Zippo. Trust me, just get a Zippo.
Well, a Bic lighter to start with, but make sure you have your Zippo on hand.
Yeah.
Bic,
Okay, yeah,
grab a dozen. You can get them really cheap. And if you lose one, so what? If you break it, take out the little flint. Take it with you. You got options. You can still start a fire even with a broken Zippo, with a broken or out of fuel Zippo or Bic. So those are always options. But don't forget, this is just thing. You will not see a bow drill set in any of my gear that I give away because I don't believe in bow drills because I think they're a waste of calories. But that's my personal preference. If you like them, that's on you. Now, I did have a couple other things you probably didn't see yesterday. Well, I did show off one of them anyway. This was the Nalgene bottle with Nalgene insulated, cover.
Nice.
By the way, I personally use one of these myself, and mine I've had for like 10 years, and my bottle is pristine underneath this cover, the same cover. The top looks gnarly as all get out, but everything underneath it is like brand new. So these things will keep your bottle, if you're doing, as you can see, this one's a pretty decent purple. It's purple, guys, not blue. It does look blue in my camera, but it's not. It's purple. Or lavender if you prefer. But this is a good quart thing. You can fill it up in hot water in a cold weather situation and use this as a hot water bottle. Keep yourself warm. But I did add, in addition to that, I did add a Ascend water bottle, single wall for boiling water in.
Good.
That's another thing. You always. I did not put in a water filter. I figured that's on you. This is a basic kit. So you got your fire, you got your water boiling, and your containers. So that's 2. Combustion and containers. That's 2, right?
That is.
Another container, just to throw in a third one. Stainless steel cup. You can
And
use it
those
as
are
a
also. I was gonna say those are also good to use over a fire.
Yep, they do have a way you can, because this one's a hard one, not a butterfly handle, because I like the fact that I don't like floppy handles when I'm drinking coffee or whatever. But there you go. Now, for cooking, consumables, whatever, calories, whatever you want to call it, I threw in a 6-inch cast iron skillet. Now, most people don't do that. They throw in a simple little mess kit, which I am going to do that because I do have a Canadian Boy Scout kit from, I believe it's by Summerly Limited and from Toronto, Canada, a Mr. Camper mess kit. This does come with a little plastic cup. I use that more for measuring than I do for using it to drink out of, but it comes with a pot, a plate, and a frying pan. Yes, I know you have a frying pan here, but it's a backup. And
Redundancy.
This is an antique, by the way. You will not be able to find this anywhere else.
Yeah, that's kind of why I want the pack.
Okay, now, handling device. I am just going to be showing this one. This one does not have batteries in it. I got a whole bunch of these at a yard sale one day, and this is you can see that is a what are the, my dyslexia is kicking in, so I'm trying to figure out the name, and LED flashlight. It takes 3 AAA batteries because for some reason The U.S. Postal Service does not like sending batteries to the mail. So this is a simple aluminum LED flashlight, button push. It will be really bright once you put some batteries in it. I don't have any AAA batteries at the moment. So that's candling. That's 3. Container, calories, and there's what else? Combustion, whatever. This one here is not necessarily. This is a set of Liberty playing cards. These things are antique. You don't see this brand much anymore. I figured it was appropriate for a Bugout bag. What do you guys think? Wolfie, what do you think?
I think that's pretty accurate.
So these are the jumbo ones. Because you need something to keep yourself entertained. Because if you don't, you get bored. You get bored, you get sloppy. Okay.
Get sloppy, you're dead.
Okay, this is not the perfect solution, but this is a solution. This is just a basic compass. It did have an additional thing, but it got stepped on and broke in transit. But it still works as it functions as a compass and a signal device if you need it to be. So compass is included. Now, somebody complained, Magnus, about not having proper cordage. I did show some cordage about some tent rope and everything else that came with little tensioners and stuff like that, but he wasn't really happy about that. So I am adding about 350 feet of macrame cordage, braided cordage. This is heavy duty cordage, folks. If you can't get it done with this, it can't be done. This is nylon. This thing, you can pretty much do anything you want with this. If you know, this is really decent cordage. For Herbert, I already know that you've seen this because you were there when I found it. Now, let's see here. Throwing out the cordage that I was talking about earlier is this cordage here with the tensioners. There's 4 ones here. This will go with my next item, which I'm getting ready to show you. This is the basic 5x7 tarp from Walmart. In case you need to put up your tarp. You're on your own for stakes. I don't have any extra ones. So this is just a simple thing of ropes. If you don't like these ropes, you could use the tensioners with the cordage I'm sending along, and you can adjust them for yourself. This is just a basic tarp. Not my good tarps. I'm not giving those away. Those are my keepers. Now, a couple other things I talked about, but then I adjusted and everything else. This is a paracord bracelet. This is more cordage, obviously, but it also comes with another compass and a whistle. I did take out the ferrule rod because it's a pain in the butt, and with all the extra ferrule rods I have added already, you don't need them. But the whistle works, sort of. But it is cordage. That's something to consider. Now, I haven't got to the other upgrade items yet. They're still over here. Now, this does not mean I'm done with adding stuff. It's just that this is the stuff I have at the moment. It may or may not upgrade. I don't know yet because it's what I feel comfortable doing. A simple plastic poncho for an additional cover. Now, one of the upgrades that I'm adding to it, you guys tell me what you're thinking at. This is a Bugout bag I'm going to be giving away, Rob. Wolfie, the Corn-Fed Experience is my friend Rob.
Right.
And we've known each other for years. And what this guy knows about fish, forgotten about fishing, is more than I will ever know. Him and my son outfish me 8 days out of the week.
Oh, wow.
Thing. Yeah, they're really, really freaking good. Him and Rob and his brother they almost caught the trifecta of big fish in Iowa in a single day. Yeah, we're talking crappie, freaking huge, all this stuff. Oh, if you're wondering what this is, I'm sure you were kind of curious. This is something I didn't get a chance to show you last time. As you can see, this is a Scott's Eye auger. Now, I will say this. This is not your high-end Scott's Eye auger. It does need a little fine-tuning. It's not perfect, but it is a start. You can work on it. It needs sharpening. Right here is dull as heck. The point could be sharper, but it would work. These are sharp to a little bit. You know, they do have an edge, but it will work for what you intended to use it for. As you can see, it's a 1-inch Scott's Eye auger. Comes with a cover and a carrier.
Now, what's its bit and shank length?
Huh?
What's his bit and shank length? Length.
I don't know.
Okay.
Everything's 1 inch, I'm assuming. The 1-inch diameter holes, for you can use it for 1-inch diameter dowels.
Oh no, I was talking about the not necessarily the handle portion, but the bit that goes down into the wood.
Yeah, the auger part.
Yeah, the auger part. What's the length on that?
This right here is about 1 inch. And
All right.
this is about 2.5 to 3 inches. I did not measure. This was I found this one at a bin store in Des Moines. And while it is nice and everything, I got a better one that I'm happy with. And it does come with a little carabiner to go with it.
Yeah. And Magnus is asking, what is that for? So Magnus,
if this is for making, okay, you can use it for making tools. Say you want to make yourself a hammer out of some wood. You cut a big log and you drill a hole. Use this to drill the hole in there about 2 inches. Use the Scott's Eye part to make the handle for said hole. So you could make yourself a wooden mallet. A wooden mallet, which you could use for batoning firewood. You could use the thing for making furniture, making a table, making some kind of your bushcraft shelter. This is the tool that does that. This one is a little small for my taste. I like the longer ones over the smaller ones. Personal preference. But this is a part of the kit. It does come with a belt loop, so you can. There you go.
That's good. There's also another factor for Scotch-eyed augers, and that is making a Swedish fire torch.
Exactly. With the same principle that you use to make the mallet or the Swedish fire torch, you can still make a hammer. They could use for bushcraft purposes. Now, this is one of the newer items that I have added because you got cover, but I would say something a little bit more comfortable stuff. I am adding a sleeping bag. Not a high-end sleeping bag, but I am adding a sleeping bag. I'm adding a Ozark Trail cool climate 40-degree bag. It is a 40-degree bag, as you can see right there. Right there. Simple, to the point, nothing fancy. It's going in the bag. But
those bags are good.
They're comfortable. I mean, with the proper setup and your preparation, you can make a cooler weather work for colder weather. But remember, the number is a comfort rating, not a survival rating. Survival rating is like 10 degrees below that, so you got to be careful with that. Now, this last item that I've got right now, which that's like I said, I've got until probably about mid-December where I'm planning on doing the giveaway. Whether I'm going to add some more stuff as I can find it and stuff. I'm going to add one more item, which I acquired at the last flea market I went to. And I've talked about this item, and you'll see how much I paid for it. and it's a quality item. This is a Mora 511. Yes, I paid $10 for it. Bright red. So if you drop this and you can't find it, you're colorblind. This is not much to it, as you can see, but it is a 511. I will see if you can see that right there. It says 511 right there. And proof that it's a Mora. It is a carbon steel blade.
They are good knives.
This is a good starter knife. Now, this is not the end all of all knives, mind you. I've got better knives that I'm actually happy with. My favorite knife I got from Corn-Fed, actually, and that's my Flissa. I mean, I've never heard of it until you gave it to me, and I fell in love with it once I got it. And I will do a whole review on that at a later date. But that's what I've got right now. The bag and all the gear that you've seen right now is one of the best starter kits I can think of to give somebody a good heads up or a good leg up on getting their gear together. Because the way I set it up does not mean that's the right way to set it up for you, because you have to customize it to fit yourself and your situation. Because I live in Iowa, I live in colder weather. My gear is a lot more temperature rated for colder weather. Now, Wolfie, on the other hand, being down south, would have to be changed his up for his weather and his situation. And if you're from Arkansas, like Magnus and Took and Roscoe, Magnus and Roscoe are both from Arkansas, they would have different situations. And Rob, who's from the same situation as I am, more centrally located wise, he would have the same similar setup. Not exactly, because personal preferences and such. Other than the Flissa, he has his own Flissa too. So, and he's had to rebuild his kit multiple times. Yes, it's a small cook pot inside the little mess kit. It's not a huge thing, but beggars can't be choosers, Magnus. I'm not giving away anything high end. I mean, I think the highest end thing I have added in this kit, I would say, would be this. You know what I mean?
I don't know. There are collectors out there that would pay a pretty penny for that cook set you got.
Yeah, the Mr. Camper.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been looking for. I mean, I've talked to people from Canada, and they have never heard of it. And it does have who made it, as you can see, and that's the name of it. I will go over the kit itself, and it's a standard Boy Scout style setup. It is not American made, obviously, because it's not from America. And it comes with your plates, aforementioned cup, which I would say it's better for measuring than for actually drinking out of. There is your pot you were discussing, Magnus, with lid. So it's probably about a half liter, if that. Nothing fancy. But if you're going to do any major cooking, you do have a cast iron skillet. Not most people don't add this little 6.5 inch skillets, but I did. So that's a bonus. So, any other questions?
None from me.
Feel free to ask me anything. Go ahead.
Oh no, I honestly don't have any questions about the kit. You know, I'm liking where it sits. You know, I don't particularly, if I could say the word, particularly care for the, bushcraft specific knives. I more like the drop point blades. that you would find in hunting knives or even
Like the one you showed me.
the Bowie knife. Yeah, like my buck.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, I like universal blades because you're not there's not one knife that can handle all situations. There,
Right.
but you're going to have to use what you got. Um, but I try to make sure that a lot of these situations, things will work out for you, for whatever situation you need it for. And I will say this now: do I want a baton with this thing?
No.
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 But for a craft knife, which is what I would represent it to be as, which would go really well hand in hand with the Scott's Eye auger, you can make the tools that you need to do the things you need to do. With a little bit of knowledge, I'm not adding that. That's all on you. You can make pretty much everything you need. The cordage I added to it with the macrame cordage. You can make a hammock out of that. You can do a whole bunch of other additional items with it that makes your situation, because you're always improving your situation as you go. Don't let one thing say that this is everything I need. I'm going to be okay. Don't worry about it.
And
That's the last thing you should tell me is don't worry about it, because you know what I started doing? I start worrying about it. So I plan ahead. I constantly upgrade my gear. I just upgraded my wife's gear today with an additional sleeping bag that she did not have, which is why this kit now has a sleeping bag, where it didn't have anything like this before. And I'm not sure if anybody who's given away kits, Bugout bag kits, have added sleeping bags, other than the little emergency Mylar sleeping bags, which I'm not a big fan of. But I have not heard of anybody. Have you? Anyone?
I have not. Not. I personally haven't. I think you're honestly the first.
And like I said, this is a bushcraft centric Bugout bag. True.
Right.
But I am trying to make it as multifunctional as I can, because I'm not throwing in a lighter, because lighters are a dime a dozen from anywhere, any source, from Dollar Tree to Kroger's, wherever you're at, whatever grocery store you have or gas station. There's Bic lighters everywhere. Ian literally found a Bic lighter on the side of the road today. And you know what he did? He tried to start it and found out, no, it's dead. But the flint still worked. And he goes, that'll work in my Zippo. So that's what he did. He grabbed
No, he cut out.
this right here with sorry about that. I didn't even touch anything. I literally did not touch anything.
No, I bet what happened is the internet flickered for a second and it kicked you out.
Yeah. Well, you can see this works.
Yep.
This has got a little flint in it, but I would not depend on this one right here. But this is the magnesium bar that I would depend on.
Yeah, magnesium bars are great.
Yeah.
And they never go out. Until you're out of it, of course.
Right. Well, it'll take you years to go through this. So you can shave and shave and shave and shave and shave, and you're not going to run this out.
Oh, yeah.
I'm glad you like it, Woodsman. I mean, I've got, I'm a flint and steel kind of guy, mainly. Ferro rods, I have a lot of, but I really do like these more than anything else, because you can drop one of these and eh, it'll work. But if you catch it, if you drop it in the fire, it's toast. It's done.
Oh,
You
yeah.
can't- But this, you can soak these, and this will still work.
Mhm.
And also, on a secondary note, if you need to punch something, you got that too.
Oh, yeah. Now you hurt yourself a little bit, but
Well, you'd hurt
you'll
them
have
a
some
lot
added
more.
punch. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely.
You know,
Now,
as you can see,
there we go.
sparks. This works. So, and you can make your own char cloth in the thing as you go. If I could throw some more stuff in there, I will throw. If I can get more in there to close it up, less I have to worry about where everything's at. But yeah, there's everything. Like I said, the Scott's Eye auger does need a little TLC. You get yourself a round file for the auger part, the Scott's Eye part, to sharpen up the edges to make it a little bit more sharper. Touch up the other parts, but do it with that what you will. I think it's pretty comprehensive. I think it's something somebody can work with. Now, is there stuff that you probably needs? Probably, but some kind of way of acquiring calories. I don't really have anything to add on to that one that I really want to give away, because I do have some, collapsible fishing rods that I like, but I'm not giving those away because I'm still using them for me. But if you are a fisherman, which I know a lot of you are, with a few exceptions, you have your own fishing gear, which you can add to this kit to make it your own. Now, please feel free to ask questions, make suggestions. Tell me what you think. Good, bad, sideways. I don't care. But this is probably around the middle of next month is when I'm going to do the giveaway. I will assign each person who enters after. I'll do a video prior to the giveaway of the entry video for the giveaway. And like I was telling people before, you must be a member of my channel who participates, not just somebody who goes, "Oh, I want in," and that kind of thing. That'd be too easy for me to get a lot of people to join my channel, but it doesn't give the people who need it a chance to win it.
Right.
So
And
feel
that's a
free to
very
ask
good
me
thing.
questions. Feel free to add. Thank you, Woodsman. Flint and steel is my preferred method of fire starting because it always works for me. Now, here's how much of a flint and steel guy I am. I carry this around my neck. This is a little arrowhead of jasper. My son got this for me for my birthday at a rendezvous we were working at. We had our tent set up, the whole 9 yards. And he got this for me for my birthday. And I can use this to strike my steel striker and do fire. So it's also translucent and it looks really cool. Hey, how you doing?
Hey, J&J.
What I will do, before you assume that you get it, Magnus, you're like another friend of mine who always assumes he's going to get it. Dan, you know who you are. The winner gets it, whoever gets it. Because like I said, I have no clue who's going to win it. It's going to be totally random. I have a bingo roller, the old school B1, N42, whatever it is. Whatever number you're assigned, I will put down and mark off until somebody wins it. So I have no clue who's going to win it. I don't know how many entries I'm going to have in here. That remains to be seen. And I'm hoping I get more than 10. I would love to have more than 15. It'd be awesome to have 50, but that's, neither here nor there. Because I have over 1,000 people following me on my channel, and I'd like to have a lot of them participate in this. So, questions, feel free. Wolfie, anything? Suggestion?
It's not a question, and I'm not sure it's a suggestion either.
Feel free.
But this would honestly make for a really good kit for a kid or a young adult, so a teen, who is first starting out with their gear as well. I mean,
Yeah.
you know,
It's a starter kit. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah.
This is not the end all of all kits. This is a starter kit.
right, of course.
Now, is it a little bit more comprehensive than some? Sure, because I am a bushcrafter. I am a backpacker. I am, a reenactor. I do a little bit of everything. And I wanted to, literally added the sleeping bag just this afternoon. I added the, now this is how close it was. Right before my live, I actually swapped out the orange knife that I had used with this one because
Right.
while I like Moras, I don't love them. Not this type. I like the older style wood handle more than the modern 511s and such. But carbons are really good for striking if you need to use that for that purpose. But yeah. Now we have a fight we're going to have a big battle in the chat for who wins it. But I will let you guys know in advance when I'm going to allow people to put entries in, and I will go down and I'll mark all the people who want in, and I'll sign you a number and a letter for when I do the bingo roll. And when we do the live, it'll be on one of my regular lives. You will, get a chance just like everybody else. And when you do, if and when the person wins, whoever it may be, you will contact me on my email, which is in my description, in my about page. And then I will get your contact information where I will mail it to you. Now, like I said before, continental United States only right now, folks, due to the fact of the tariffs and everything else, because no one can afford that right now.
No.
But I think for a starter set, I think it's the best I can put forward right at this particular point in time, considering how much I've actually lost. I lost $10,000 worth of gear this year, folks, and more because of the black mold and someone stealing my freaking trailer. Yeah. A lot of my reenactment gear gone. History.
Oh, man.
So there's what Magnus and Herbert are going nuts in the chat. Now, for those people who are old school bushcrafters and outdoorsmen and stuff, what is your guys' opinion? I know it's not tarred braided bank line or anything like that, but it is. I consider the cordage decent cordage, not great cordage, but decent starter cordage. It's not, it is just simple nylon braided cordage. You can see that's fairly thick.
Yeah.
You can do a lot with this. Look at how much that is. That's a lot of cordage. You can do
That
a lot
is a
with
lot.
cordage. Now,
And
the tarp
I will.
is basic. It's enough for one person. You're not trying to save a family or anything like that. You're not trying to create Taj Mahal, but it'll keep the rain off of you. You can boil water in this, or you can boil water in the pot for purifying your water. And you have multiple ways of starting fires. And you have some char cloth, you have some fire starting material, you have a decent basic knife, and you have an actual pan to cook things in. And if you really need to, you can use the dang thing for protection if you need to whack something. So
Right.
you can have your fire steel in one hand, your frying pan in the other. Yeah. You can go full on barbarian if you want to. So, hey, unless you're like, you turn out that you're a mutant, just like Remy LeBeau, you start throwing cards at them and causing them to explode. But that's if you're in the Marvel universe, this is not it.
Yep.
I'm a DC kind of guy anyway. Give me a Green Arrow any day. But that's the kit. Good, bad, or otherwise, that's what I got so far. I hope you guys appreciate it because I'm going to do my best to get it to whoever gets it. I really hope they can actually put it to good use, because the worst case that would be someone who gets it, it just lets it sit in the corner somewhere.
Yeah.
Because this stuff needs to be used. I've got my kit. My kit weighs about 32 pounds. And that's my everyday carry. But I carry everything but the kitchen sink with me. The only thing I don't carry on a regular basis is my sleeping bag. But that's a military sleep system that, it's negative 30 bag and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's a whole different video, which I plan on talking about that one, because the things you can do with that system, I didn't think about till I got one.
Right.
No saw. I don't have one to give away. That's the reason why I don't have. That's why it's not in the thing. It's this is a basic setup. I mean, you're going to have to make do with what you got.
And
beggars
I'll
can't
be
be
honest.
choosers, Magnus.
I'll be honest. You can honestly go to any home improvement store like Lowe's, Home Depot, etc., and pick you up a Sawzall blade, a wood Sawzall blade,
Yeah. Give me a moment.
for a couple bucks,
I'm going to show you
and
something.
put a handle on it.
Give me a second here. I got to get something up from my office here. I just got to remember where I put it. I'm still organizing my office. So. I picked up my saw.
Oh, that's awesome, Ozark.
What do you say? Tell me. I can't see.
He
this.
said, Ozark said, I put a couple archery videos out on my channel recently.
Okay, I'll tell him I will be watching those later today before I go to bed, probably. If they're not too long, anyway. I actually have a saw that I was going to show you guys that my son gave to me from one of the flea markets that we went to. I just got to remember where I placed it. I moved it out of the way so I wouldn't step on it. Now, I'm afraid if I did, I would probably cut myself because it's that sharp. Give me a second. I'm rolling for Ian. Question.
Yeah.
Do you remember the saw you got me? You asked me about it, and I said I picked it up off the ground so I wouldn't step on it.
What was it?
The Fulton saw you got me from a few months.
Oh,
Where did I put that?
I don't know. We don't company.
Okay. I was going to show it off on my channel, but I can't remember what I did with it. I don't see it here. I don't think I put it up there, did I?
Unless you did. Got it. You gonna take your machete?
No, I can probably do that. Okay, this one here was picked up by my son on the Bugout video that he actually kicked my butt and Herbert T's butt. This is an old school pruning saw. Check this puppy out.
Oh, nice.
It does have a little wing nut right there, and where it locks.
Yeah.
And it has a little thing where you can attach it to a pole for pruning. But this right here, how much did this cost you, bud?
$2.
$2.
After I talked them down to
Ooh.
30.
How much?
They wanted 30 for it originally.
He talked someone down to $2 from 30.
Wow. That is amazing.
He's got a silver tongue. look at the bits on that puppy. Look how aggressive those are.
Oh, yeah. Those are aggressive.
The only problem I worry about, since I don't have a sheath for it, is the fact that, as you can see, it hangs like that far over.
That's the reason why I got it for $2.
There's no sheath for it. I mean, I think it may have had a sheath before, where it like
Mhm.
sits down in here like that,
Uh-uh.
or like this. That way you wouldn't cut yourself. But this right here, if you're with the proper searching tools, I mean, my personal preference that I carry with me every day is a Black & Decker folding saw. I picked it up
Those
for
are good.
$5 at a Dollar General. $5. But you can also start with with a Fiskars or any other folding saw.
Mhm.
As long Gerber, if you really want to use your little knife ones, which I'm not.
No, not that, Dad.
Oh, I got a Gerber.
I have a Gerber saw.
Is that the one with the replaceable blades?
Yes,
Oh, I hate those.
they're great.
Yeah, those. The only good thing about those, and
That's not
I
part of the
hate to
giveaway,
say it.
folks. Just to let you know, that saw is not a giveaway item. That is a gift from my son to me. So I'm not giving that away.
no, don't give that away ever.
This is an antique, by the way. Do I know what brand it is? No. Can I? Because I can't. The surface rust is so bad I can't read it.
Oh yeah,
You can see it's rusted on both sides. Ian's tried to read it, and I've looked at it with my glasses off because I'm nearsighted, and I have no clue what it says. But I am happy with that saw. That would be if the world is ending, that one's going with me. Oh, this is the bow I was telling you about. He got
ooh,
with arrows.
that's a pretty bow.
This one is I think he has the. Give me a second here. It has the.
Wait, no, that's not the bow.
This is not the bow. This is the other bow.
Yeah, that's the other one I kicked your butt with.
Yeah. No, the one he got was this one's this one's a 55-pound bow. I'm not sure if you guys could read that, but it says it's barely legible right where my finger's at, but this is a 55-pound draw bow. He paid $6 for this.
Wow.
This is a hunting bow.
$20 one.
Oh, this is the $20 bow that he actually this one, you did kick my butt with this one. That's the other bow. This is the next week time we went to the same flea market. He got this for $5.
That's my baby.
Wow.
This one here. This is not as heavy as that one. This one is a Seneca. And I believe this one is, what's the draw weight on this one?
Oh, it's an Ames.
No, I'm trying to figure out the draw.
No, Dad, this is an Ames.
I have no idea.
No.
I'm looking for the draw weight on this one, bud. Here it is.
35.
No, this is a 45-pound bow.
Yeah, that's going to be my only bow this year.
So, huntable, usable bow. The only reason he got it for $5, they had it strung backwards. He caught him, and he corrected him.
It was the guy's brothers, so.
Yeah.
Did he go outside?
He talked to the guy. He said, "This bow is strung backwards." You know, they go, "It is." And then he talked him down from like, how much was it?
20. I told him because it was bent backwards and strong it was left strong for years.
It was left strung for years. So, but it's still straight. It's still good. Still shootable. And came with string and everything. So.
But no, Dad.
Now is that fiberglass or is that wood?
So if you hold
That's wood.
Okay, that is wood.
The first one,
it's fiberglass.
it's fiberglass. This one here will last you forever. That is solid fiberglass, dual handled. As you can see, it's left or right handed. And it is I guess it was your reflex deflex recurve.
Well, I have multiple bowls.
Because as you can see, it kind of slopes back up onto itself. I think it could be a reflex deflex longbow. I'm not quite sure unless I have it strung, but so I think it's more of a recurve. But this right here, you can hunt with this all day long. 55 is plenty for any situation. It just needs a string. Strings are easy to learn how to do.
Yeah. Here's the last one.
Here, bud, put this
The one that's a wall hanger.
This is a wall hanger. You can't shoot this one because it's got too many issues. But this one was a 25-pounder right here. Now, in a pinch, would I shoot this one?
Yes.
Probably, but I'm left-handed, so most of the bows, with exception
Of the ambidextrous.
of the ambidextrous bow, I can shoot, but barely. This one here is a sovereign bow, golden sovereign bow from Ben Pearson.
Oh, this is Ben Pearson?
It's a Ben Pearson. It says right there.
I didn't know that.
You do now. And this is the Duke model. And it's just a simple 25 to pounds at 26 inches. This is good for small game only. Maybe some bow fishing if you really have a bow fishing reel set up.
I need drilling holes in this.
No, the round reel with you attached with, like a zip, with a Velcro and stuff. The one solid one for 55 pounder is a solid fiberglass bow. The first wood one you saw, that one is glass backed wood bow. About the 45 pounder, perfect for hunting small game and things like that. You can, with the right situation, take down a deer with that one. Now, the last one, the Ben Pearson, I would not use for bigger game other than small rabbits, squirrels, and maybe if you have the setup for it, a bow fishing setup with the winding reel type situations. But that's it. That's my personal, take on that. I am left-handed. I have much heavier bows that I prefer to use. But that's another live. I have a lot of Ben Pearson bows, Woodsman. To be fair, the answer would be I used to until somebody stole my gear. They stole my entire archery range, my trailer, my reenactment gear, all that, and some household goods, along with the trailer, back in July. So between $9,500 and $10,000 worth of gear, which the police happened to call me last week and say, "Have you got your stuff back yet?" And I'm not trying to figure out, you're at the police. You're supposed to let me know where my stuff is at. I've been trying to find it. I'm not Batman. I don't know where my stuff's at. That's why I called you. Yep. Someone hooked up to my trailer while we were staying in a hotel before we found this place, and they just took off with it during the middle of a tornado.
Well, Colin.
Yeah.
I hate saying it, but I got to kick out of here. I got to be at work here in about an hour.
We will talk more later, Wolfie.
Yep.
My range setup, I'll tell you more as soon as we get done saying goodbye to Wolfie here. I will tell you more about my range setup. Wolfie, you have a good evening at work, brother. Drive safe. Watch out for idiots and deer. They're not mutually exclusive, no matter where you're at.
Yeah, no kidding.
So
especially here in Alabama.
Hey,
yeah,
you have to deal with more stuff than I do. You get big bears there. We don't have big bears here.
So, yeah. Plus, we also got wolves.
We do get some, but they're on the outskirts. Same thing with bears. We actually, in extreme northeastern Iowa, we get some bears, but we also get wild hogs and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
But we're more flatter than some, but we don't have the. Yeah, we'll talk more about it later. Go work, brother. Get some money made.
Yep.
Take care of
yourself. Have a blessed night. Thank you, Colin.
You're welcome.
Also, I'll send you the link to live for Monday and the StreamYard link as well.
Okay. Thank you, sir. You take care.
You're very welcome. You too. All right, y'all. Adios.
Okay. To answer your question, Magnus, my range was a 60 by, let's see here, 20. 60 by 50 rectangular range. I had targets for 20, 30, and 40 yards. It was a full-size tournament range with Delta McKenzie targets, round targets. 32-inch round targets, and I did archery tournaments on the daily, as well as open shoots, and I've had over 25 bows dedicated for that, as well as some specialty bows for smaller kids and handicapped folks. I also had an awning with that. I designed and built the backdrop. I've got pictures if you guys want to see what it looks like, because I think it looked really awesome. I designed it and built it. I ran it for 20 years. Now it is no longer available. Along with some of the reenactment gear that I lost stuff that was in with it. But that's how big it was. But it was 20, about 30 yards wide by 50 yards long. And my backdrops had dual backdrops on each section and everything else. I've got pictures. If you want to know more, I'll show you more later on. But I had a really cool 12 by 8 awning that, I set up with, had canvas covered, hung all my bows on. Let me see if I got a picture I can show you. Give me a second. I got to do some really big digging of the entire range. I've got some of the awnings, some of the, but none of the full size range itself on my Facebook page under Colin Kincaid. Well, this is about the best I'm going to give you a good portion of it. This is what the basic of it looked like. I generally had about 40 or 50 people waiting in line for my setups. This was only a portion of it. You can't see all of it because there's only a third of it. There's more missing. But this is also near the end of the day. But this was back in 2010. There you go. Sorry. There it is. Let you guys see it a little bit better. See if I can make it bigger for you. But that's just one of the pictures that I had available. Let's see if I can get some more here. My wife and I getting married on my archery range. Let's see here. Some of my crew, along with the range. But yeah, that's basically what I had. That's not including the trailer, the gear that I had, and my reenactment gear that went along with all that. I did all different venues, not just Renaissance fairs. I did a bachelorette parties. I've done Western venues. I've done all kinds of things. I even helped with the Boy Scouts over the years. So with arrow light ceremonies. But I've been looking for the last 3 or 4 months, and I still have not been able to find my gear. No one, not even some of the items that were very unique items have not shown up on Facebook Marketplace, haven't shown up on Craigslist or any of the other for sale sites. And the police have not recovered it either. which is really, really weird. But until I figure out something, I'm starting to rebuild. I've got a line on about 15 new bows. It's going to cost me about $180 or so to get those, and I'm going to buy half for 90 and a half again for 90 more until I have enough bows to cover replacing all of them. Because I had bows from 6 pounds all the way up to 45 pounds for all ages. I didn't restrict from anybody, with the exception of the people who were drunk who never shot on my range, because archery and alcohol don't mix. But that's what I've got for the bug out bag, folks. That's what I've got about my range and everything. For any other questions, please feel free to ask me a question. If you don't have an answer for me, a question for me now, and you have one for me later, please post down below. I will do my best to answer your questions to the best of my ability. I can teach archery. I have been teaching for over 20 years. I've been shooting for over 50 years. It may not look like it. I'm 58 years old. I've been shooting for most of my life. And I shoot longbow and recurve. I do not shoot compound, folks, because it's too complicated and too expensive for me to get into. I pull a 74-pound longbow to hunt with on the heavy side for when I go deer hunting. But for everything else, I go 55 and below. I have not done bow fishing, though I've got the setup for it. I'm waiting to get to that opportunity before I can take somebody to go with and go do that. Yes, but I think you're older than me, Dan, aren't you, by about a year? I think you got me beat, if I remember correctly. So I know I'm older than Jason and way older than Cliff. But I think you are like a year older than me. I think Scott's pretty close to being my age. That is SD Mountain Man, for those people who don't know who that is. I still like to go bow fishing with you, Dan. Dan, you know that. We're not talking about me. I love you, brother. You know that. Oh, by the way, Scott, SD Mountain Man, and I are talking about doing a get-together for a possible winter camp out with in a hot tent. And I've got almost everything I need to finish that up properly. I've got the sleeping pad. I've got my sleeping bag. I'm going to be picking up a hot tent, hopefully, and a wood stove to go along with it. So hopefully that will be in my future once I get my truck's brakes fixed so I can drive it safely again. But that's all I've got, folks. Unless you guys got any more questions for me, please let me know, because this is all I was planning on doing. Just about an hour below. I went above and beyond that. But please feel free to ask me questions. If you want to know how much the whole bag will weigh, I do have a scale to weigh it. If you guys are interested in finding out how much, once it's all said and done in here, I will weigh the bag for you guys can have an idea how much it would weigh. And you could either add or subtract your own gear. Like I said, this is a starter set, not the encompassing set, because that's it. Because there's no one thing one bag that encompasses everything. Oh, that's cool. Where at, if I may ask? Because Bob's going to try to do one halfway up to close to where Scott's at. And he asked me about going. We were going to try to share a hot tent. And I came up with an idea, since he's going to get one of these hammock hot tents, but we're not going to use it for a hammock. And we're going to set it up where we can have, he was going to have one, and I was going to try to acquire one that we could butt up against each other. So we have a wood stove on one end, a wood stove on the other, and a living space in between. In between my military sleep system modular sleep system that I have, plus my sleeping pads that I have, and the winter gear that I acquired, I should be fairly comfortable. So that remains to be seen. So that's what I've got, folks. If there's anything else, please let me know. I'm going to end it right now because I don't have anything else. It's one in here. Oh, okay. You're going to probably go down with Ozark Woodsman and that crew, right? Oh, the Midwest Bushcraft Show in Missouri. I'm not familiar with that one. I have not been no information on that one whatsoever. I do plan on going to see Jason and Big Matt in Texas in April, hopefully, if everything works out. It remains to be seen how things progress with my knee, because I have to see what my workplace is doing. If they decide to put me on permanent disability and just basically pay me off and let me go, they'll give me a big settlement and I will have to go find new employment or something to that effect because of my knee injuries. But remains to be seen what's going to be doing. But unless anybody's got some last minute things you want to ask or add or whatever, questions about the bug out bag, question about my archery range, questions about archery in general, let me know. I'm going to be out of here. So you got 5 seconds to come up with a question if you have one more, or otherwise I'm going to say thank you all for coming. I really appreciate you all for being here, and I will try my darndest to get this set up and ready to go for whoever may win it. I have no clue who it may be. It could be anyone. It could be someone who's not even here yet. So like I said, about a week before I do the giveaway, I will do a video prior to where everybody has to enter, and those who are entered will be entered into the giveaway on the mid-December. So on that note, be well, be safe. Love you guys all. And I'm out of here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 42, Magnus.